This is called Young Eyes by Lapis-Lazuli and Inky. Dinky Doo goes looking for a secret and finds more than she expected to. Hidden Things, Chapter 1. The only chapter. Dinky Doo knew everything any filly should know. She knew how to take a tumble, and where the best place to hide, out in the schoolyard. She knew exactly how to get out of trouble with Mommy, and it was important to take responsibility. But most importantly of all, she knew every story every pony knew was true, but most adults had to pretend weren't. She wasn't quite sure why that was, but she was pretty sure she'd get explained to her when she went to what Mommy called college. And apparently that was where every pony went to learn everything adults were supposed to know. But for now, she outright say they were true, because they were like the pony and dog who watched over little fillies and colts who got lost at night, and Miss Mary Meat who brought gifts to give their foals on Hot One's Eve, or Princess Fortuna who loved dice and hate cheaters, a rag doll who would make your favorite toys disappear and break things if you didn't take care of your toys properly, and Miss Oogie Boogie who gamble with you for your magic. But if you weren't careful, well, there are a lot of them. Silly adults didn't seem to stand that though, but that was okay. There are other big things to worry about, like changelings, dragon, and discord. So maybe that's why they were focused on worrying about, instead of making sure that Gab didn't thieve your homework. Lately though, shipping soon with all new mystery. Where had all the little balls of dust on the bed come from? Mommy had totally cleaned the room yesterday, and specifically missed the balls of dust, hair and cobwebs that mysteriously had appeared beyond a box of toys or games. By the time Dinky had got to them, Mommy got to see some friends left there to her bizarre mystery. They couldn't just be something that happened. Let's wait to, maid? That's the word, right? Maid? Whatever they want results of some kind of science. Dinky was become very well versed in the idea of science thanks to Princess Twilight, taking over from Miss Shirley on Fridays. It was probably something that tried to explain everything in the universe with math. Just confused Dinky. How would you turn a hamburger into a math problem? Well, she didn't know yet. And maybe that's what it was college for, too. Whatever the purpose of it was obviously the hoof of some strange creature that had created them. She finished cleaning the rest of the room up, only we stopped short by little fuzzy creations, creations, that air of purpose about them, such a crafty pony ship. Something happened there, but who? Mother didn't like dust, so she was right, out. Miss Carrot was similar mind, so with her too. There's possible buttons or snips or snails, but that those boys seem to love dirt. But why would they make such little fluff balls? That didn't make sense. In fact, the only thing that made sense to Dinky was that they had been made by some kind of tiny creatures, for some kind of tiny creature purpose. She racked her brain, tried to suss out which of many obviously real creatures could have been responsible. Grass dancers weren't well known for doing anything but frolicking, even if they made quite a mess doing so, while sneak shadows were known to be creative things with dirt and dust. She made sure to properly ward the room against them with the broccoli sterns. Sneaky shadows hate broccoli worse than most fools did. Lacking another explanation, Dinky decided the only way to figure out the problem was to catch the culprit in the act. What's to say, she bait a little trap, and she would drew out any strange spirits with dust observations. Perhaps a sweet pleased spirit like Zakora kept happy at her tree house with bits of shredded newspaper pickles. She sworn some dust balls from on her bed, around the room, around the matter. I had prepared to sell them into her closet with packet of cheese and crackers, 3 boxed apple juice, and a fluffy soft pillow. She awoke roaring to go in the morning's hours just after Mummy left for a job. It was pretty dark outside still, so she took a chance to run, and I fetched the juice from the fridge to make sure Mummy hadn't forgotten her work hat again. Mummy seemed to forget it a lot for her half days, probably because she was so excited to come back home and spend time with her. But the hat was gone from his post, which was a good sign. Then she was back to her room and zipped into her closet, carefully closing the door until a mere crack remained. I gave her an extra view of scattered dust balls, but not much else. She figured, a couple of hours before Mummy came back home. Thanks to science, she positioned her dust balls to a time or two, so it hit the one on the left. She had just enough time to clean up before Mummy got home. The morning was likely to be the toughest part, but Dinky knew, like every fool knew, that if you wanted to catch one hidden fox, you had to keep a sharp eye, and know your target. She didn't have any idea what target liked to eat. She had herself for disrupting its work. Probably pretty upset at that, but she was sure she could settle down once she knew what it was. She wished she had Silver Spoon's guide to spares of harmony, but Silver Spoon didn't learn it any pony who wasn't down here. It probably didn't cover stuff like dust balls anyway. She was very quiet, slipped her juice, and watched patiently. As the room grew steadily brighter before her eyes, some point might have found it boring, but his tension had thrilled to this. Dinky could explain. Maybe was trying to discover things that were hidden for ordinary view, or maybe proving to herself that there really was magic behind every corner if you bothered to look. Most adults don't bother, if she had been honest. Even Mummy just tolerated her amusing objections without seeing. Mrs. Todd, she was generally interested in the stories which she told them. Maybe this are most adults, since they're typically busy with work and stuff. Couldn't spend time they need to stop, see all the wonders around them, even in magical filled land like Equestria. She had admit that, for some, it'd be a little hard to believe in a spirit that liked to eat little folks' homework. Even though she herself had never visited by Gumble Grab, she knew existed, like the way she knew that one day she would catch Miss Mary meet ghostly magically down the chimney to bring presents on Horsewater Eve. Dinky had long planned to tell her bring Mummy better presents, since it always seemed like Mummy didn't get the stuff she deserved to have. That someday she would bring a pie that the pony in the dark was said to be really searching for. She was convinced this was a special time to be finding and taking secret creatures hid from the world order, even if no pony believed her. Oh, okay, that was unfair. But Max believed in her, and had offered her substantial bounty she could bring him proof of what he called the random number princess, which is this as was somehow different than Princess Fortuna. So Zipperl, he came back to say this. We should told him about a dream. They had been super supportive of her, even if they weren't sure they could do it. Schooloo confessed. She really has patience for this sort of thing. Apple Bloom said her sister had forbidden her from talking by some of the tales she heard from Granny Smith. Dinky may all out ask Granny Smith about these stories sometime. Who knows what that ancient earth pony had learned in her many years alive. The sun had almost risen over the horizon. By the time she finished with her first juice box, she cracked open her pack of crackers to munch happily on one. Her ears twitched, the faint sound of rustling. She sensibly stopped all chewing, trying to zone in on the sound. The rustling kept on going for several seconds before slowly drifting away at a bend in the wind. A tree, some pony thundering down the road outside. Her breath quickened, even as she did her best to quiet it, and Dinky huddled down a little tower and tried to keep the dust ball in sight. She wanted to flag her tail in excitement, but forced her to stay limp against the ground. The last thing she needed was too much sound clinging up her ears. It felt like an eternity. The silence dragged on, and then Russell! Who put all these Russell! Darn Russell! The voice was faint, mildly squeaky, like Sweetie Belle when she was really excited, but quieter. Not quite as ear-shriekingly loud. It was almost cute, actually, but she got a little bit louder. Dinky focused. She has one chance to catch whatever this was in action. She determined not to miss it. Even if her mouth was really dry from crackers and tasty sharp cheese, not even if the juice box was fierce away, no, she would not look away. The moments crawled on. Her mouth salivated and begged for a drink. The sweet juices washed away the saltiness. Seconds seemed to take hours to pass. She would give in when a tiny shadow flitted to where a dust ball sat, and began mighty at it towards the bed. Her jaw dropped, and crumbs a bit of wet cheese fell from her mouth. It looked like a very tiny Pegasus pony. It had a brown coat and fluffy mane that reminded her of little dust balls and little flitting wings. They shoved their shoulder against the dust ball. They weren't quite Pegasus wind, but somehow close enough to be obviously somehow related. But that make any sense. Ponies never got that small unless magic was heavily involved. But it was obviously a pony. It looked like a pony. It moved like a pony. And it grunted like an effort. Not like Rainbow Dash on a busy day. Dinky licked soundly at her lips, paused at this bit of information for a few moments. In all cases, it was to get a little pony off for a long time to move that dust ball anywhere. What should she do? Hop it out? Stay hidden? She wished she had tried to borrow a camera but now. And physical proof, such creature, might finally get her mummy to believe. Her heart was racing off a mile a minute. She was really having a hard time staying calm for this wondrous discovery, which fell apart all at once as the creature collapsed against the dust ball, huffing and puffing. Then quite put out. "Jeez," she thought, pushed her lips together. "I guess I better go help fix what I broke before that poor thing strains itself." She grabbed her juice box and a weak field of unicorn magic and carried out a pair of crackers, made off a snack and make amends. The little creature hardly noticed her approach. Only looked up in time when she came close to it. The pony Dinky was pretty sure it was a mere 2 inches tall. She glanced up at Dinky, and her eyes were wide, their buttons for just a moment. Before Dinky set down her pack of crackers, scuffled her hoof on the floor. "Sorry," she muttered. Why should she feel guilty about this? It was obvious. She had upset the poor thing so badly. Upon sight of the cheese crackers, the creature's features went from frustration to pure joy. She squealed in happiness and dove upon off a snack, buzzing around one round crackers, like a pest in full feeding mode. Dinky watched in fascination. The things ate all 5 of the other crackers at lightning speed, leaving a scatter of crumbs in the wake, before coming a sudden halt, looking excitedly satisfied. "Apology," I squeaked, before getting a double liver. "Accepted." I have to change that. "Russell, who put all these? Russell, darn it, Russell." That voice was faint, mildly squeaky, like Sweetbell when she's really, really excited, but it's quieter. Not quite as ear-swellingly loud. It was almost cute, actually. The rustling got a bit louder, and Dinky focused. She'd have just one chance to catch whatever this was in action. She determined not to miss it. Knowing if her mouth was really dry from those crackers, and tasting of sharp cheese. The juice box was just a few inches away. No, she did not look away. The moment crawled on, mouth salivated, and begged for a drink. Sweet juice, to wash away saltiness. Seconds seemed to take hours to pass. She had ready to give in when a tiny shadow flitted into where the dust ball sat, and began to push mildly at it towards her bed. Her jaw dropped, and crumbs and bits of wet cheese fell out of her mouth. It looked like a very tiny Pegasus pony, in a brown coat and a fluffy grey mane. They reminded her of the little dust balls and little flaring wings, as it shoved her shoulder against the dust balls. They weren't quite Pegasus wings, but they were close enough to obviously somehow be related. But it didn't make any sense. Pony never got that small unless magic was heavily involved. But obviously a pony. It looked like a pony. It moved like a pony. It was even grunting an effort. Not like when Badass had been the other day. Dinky licked sadly her lips and poured a bit of information for a few moments. That was okay, as she was taking the little pony an awful long time to move that dust ball anywhere. What should she do? Hop it out? Stay hidden? She wished she had asked Twilight to borrow a camera right about now, having physical proof of such a creature, but finally get money to believe her was racing a mile a minute. She had a hard time staying calm for this wondrous discovery, which fell apart at once. The creature collapsed against the dust ball, huffing and puffing, and looking quite put up. "Jeez," she thought, pursing her lips. "I guess I better go help fix what I broke before that poor thing strains itself." She grabbed the juice box, the weak feel of magic, killed out a pack of crackers. Maybe offering a snack would make amends. The little creature hardly noticed her approach. She looked looking up in time as she came closer. The pony, they were pretty sure was a mere 2 or 3 inches tall. She glanced up at Dinky. Her eyes went wide as their bodies for just a moment, before Dinky set down her pack of crackers and scuffed her hoof on the floor. "Sorry," she muttered. Wonder why she feels so guilty of this. Maybe it's obvious. She upset the poor thing work so badly. Upon the sight of the cheese crackers, the little creature's features were from frustration and pure joy. She squealed with happiness and drove on the offered snack. Upon the offered snack, Bozzy around one around crackers, like a pear sprite in full feeding mode. Dinky watched in fascination, and I think at all 5 of the other crackers lightning speed. He only scattered crumbs in the wake before coming to a sudden halt and looking excitedly satisfied. Apology! Next week before getting off a double lip up. Accepted! Then she flew up to the air and perched on the tip of Dinky's snout. Up close and personal. They're clearly very much Pegasus wings, but they are very much more delicate and longer, like a dragonfly. Not quite like a breezy. She was smiling, doing little prance on her snout, but she didn't seem to weigh much of anything. I love crackers, cheese crackers. So they almost celebrated the dance on her snout. Dinky couldn't help but giggle a little at that. Finally the dance came to an end, and the little creature cocked her head to one side. Did you move my nest? She chirped, and Dinky blinked. Cautiously gave it a nod. Pegasus bobbed easily with her head tilted to her side. Pegasus chirped again. There's only one word Dinky could think describing her talking. It was kind of like how she imagined birds talking. Can you help me move it back? Dinky nodded again. Pegasus gave her a chair and then off her nose. One by one, Dinky carefully rolled little things back on the bed, particularly hiding them behind a box of toys. Wasn't task to be done. The creature perched back on Dinky's snout and smiled. What's your name? I'm Dust Bunny. Dinky. What's your name? Dinky asked cautiously, figuring that'd be at least polite to find that out. I'm Dust Bunny. Pegasus piped up and wiggled a flank at Dinky. She left a little tuft of dust on her flank. Just a little cute mark. It's like a little cutie mark. And dust is my special talent. No pony is better at dust than... No pony is better at dust than I am. No, is he, Bob? Dinky had a giggle. She sounded so proud. It was adorable. Tiny pony grinned happily. What's your name, big pony? Dinky looked a little at that, getting a smile. The whole moment that little fluttering pony was standing on her nose. I couldn't see it. I'm Dinky! I put on a very best confident pose. And I'm really good at spotting hidden things. She thought she was anyway. She wasn't 100% sure of it yet, but she got a whole lot of points today. Dust Bunny giggled. You are! I haven't seen by some point in years. She threw her full hooves wide open, fell backwards atop Dinky's snout. Or maybe just weeks. She continued, sound confused. I lose track. Mostly 'cause spiders and mice are so much fun to talk to. She giggled, flitted round her snout a few rotations before setting back down. Dinky couldn't help but gain her enthusiasm. That's Bunny. She continually digging her hooves into the wooden floor. She had asked, may she say yes? Can I take a picture of you so I can show Mommy? She tried to put on her best, big teary-eyed, that Mommy called the begging look. Oh, but the pig just shook her head. Oh, that's against the rules. She popped up chest, quite down for such a little thing. Might not be the brightest pony in the box, but I never break the rules. No, sir, up. She nodded her deftly and up later. I'm really sorry, though. You're such a nice pony who gave me crackers. Dinky bit her lip for a moment, then exhaled softly. Well, I know you exist, and I get to see you. She put on her face, the same inside of her head. She couldn't expect such huge success so early in her career. Even little victory reported. There was one Mummy's favourite saying. So I suppose that's good enough, she blinked. And good idea. If you really want to help me, though, Mummy had told me to clean all the dust in here. Dustboy picked up instantly. There's no pony better at dust than me. She piped up happily, zooming on Dinky's hair corkscrew pattern, giggling. I'll make you a deal. The little pig had chirped, sitting down in a buzzy left light for Dinky. If you bring me cheese, crackers once a week, I'll keep your room dust free. Dinky grinned. Nothing in the dust room at the expense of a pack of cheese crackers. Deal! I couldn't help but giggle. But only... But only if you talk to me. Well, you have them. I want to know more about you. It was a gamble asking for that. This might be the break she'd been hoping for. Sure. Dustman giggled and zoomed toward bed. I'll see you next week. Bye. A few hours later, Mummy and her are sitting on the couch, getting ready to watch one of their favourite cartoons, a big bowl of popcorn, and snugly blanket. So, what did you do this morning, Muffin? Mummy could happily, hugging her close. Dinky thought for a moment before smiling. Maybe no one could believe it yet, but... Just playing with dust bunnies, Mummy. She giggled and munched on some popcorn. Buttery. Open Eyes by Lapis-Lazuli and Inky J. Dinky meets more mysterious spirits in Ponyville, and they're all quite excited to meet her. Invisible watching. The anxious clang of the bell signaled every fairy's favourite time of school day, which to say at the end of it. Now remember, class, you need to read chapters 8 and 10 before Monday. Miss Shirley's voice tried to rise above the hubbub, and only practice her sheer voice of will allowed any point to hear it. Most of the folks present would probably put off reading until the last moment, Sunday night. But Dinky had read the chapters, so she could spend her entire weekend enjoying her new favourite hobby, invisible watching. Worse wasn't to say she was able to turn invisible and wash things. No, did she try wash things that were not actually there. Rather, she washed things nobody else could see, and tried very hard not to let too many some ponies notice. Sarah had already told her mommy she'd been playing with imaginary friends, and that caused mommy to get worried about her having some pony to play with. Even if she spent plenty of time hanging with Button, Zippy, Sweetie, amongst others, still mommy wasn't going to be home till dinner time, which meant Dinky had all the rest of the afternoon to go enjoy herself. First through, I hope Darcy hadn't got too busy. The strange little pony had a habit of getting wrapped up in her projects, almost so often as Princess Twilight did. But Dinky really hoped she wasn't too busy to go with her. It was always more fun to have Darcy Bunny around when she did rounds amongst the unseen dens in her fair little town. The path leading back to Ponyville proper was actually home of one such dancing, one who excelled at hiding, or was good at hiding from every pony except her. A day he'd chosen a spot near a break in the path, where the rest of the students were often distracted by farewells. They started clamoring about plans for the weekend. She waited patiently for him to reveal himself, and not have to wait long. Down Tier, a silver spoon, was chatting about the party this weekend. Very exclusive. Only the finest ponies in town invited. And as they walked past the Vine Road, a slender arm with 5 sharp talons plucked Diamond's brand new scarf clean out of her saddlebag. A second arm snatched what looked to be a bunch of paper, bundled up with a ribbon, out of Silver Spoon's bag, and both things vanished into the bush, with not a piece of leaf out of place. What happened several more times. Still no pony got as much of his ear as Terror and Silver Spoon. Found a few papers or an easily lost scrap of this without vanishing into the bush. Dinky patiently waited by the side of the path till all were gone. The rough and tumble humongous building through sweet apple acres, an abundant energy and enthusiasm, and Dinky wished she could tap into sometimes. They, however, were not assaulted by the creature in the bush, but rather when Sweetie's school book tumbled out of her backpack of the Sulu wagon. As they rushed past, the cloth snapped out, shoved the book back in before it could tumble all over the ground. Then they were gone, and something a soft chuckle and a grumble rumbled out of the bush. You did not try to warn any of them, the voice said a little. At last the bush moved. If only just enough to reveal a pair of bright gold eyes clearly belonging to a pony hidden in the shadows of the leaves. Do you join my game now too? Will you play with me sometime? The creature within the bush sounded pretty excited about the idea. Dinky was having it through. You know I can't do that, Grumble. She still made sure to temper her chiding tone. He was what he was. He couldn't help but what he had to do, even if it was pretty mean. But I am surprised you helped out Sweetie there. What gives? It wasn't the first time she had seen him offer subtly, but as I said to keep our crusaders. It was never quite outright helping them or intervening, but he was always willing to give him a nudge in the right direction as opposed to the wrong one. The creature ruffled leaves of the bush, huffing, and they could not know what the creature within it. None of the falls far and wide as a grubble gab, was pretty much completely harmless. She'd probably been less intimidated. As there was, she put on her best mommy face and tapped her hoof unexpectedly. It's part of my story, grumbled at her. That was kind of new. What story? She echoed, rubbing her chin. Dustbear said that they all had a story to tell, but hadn't elaborated on that statement. She got a bit distracted by cheese crackers. The kid just delivered anyway. There's no talking to that little ball of fluff once she got jaws on cheese crackers. Can you tell me about it? Was hard not to get said. Half the fun talking to these strange individuals was finding out how much was myth and how much was fact. And when it all down, was maybe no pony would ever believe her, and maybe some pony would. For a full minute, the grumble gab was quiet and spoke low, almost too low. Dinky's ears had gone mighty sharp lately. He spoke shortly, so terse the word barely qualified a sentence. Toss around! Was that normal? The boy shuddered, almost fell to me. Not like others. So I learned to be quiet. Died. Sneaky. The boy shook, and the gold eyes closed. For just a moment, Dinky thought he'd vanished on her. Then his eyes opened, he spoke again. Got so good at sneaking that soon no one will see me. It hissed, getting more pronounced, making it tough to keep up with the speech. And everyone forgot about me. Was better than get back at the lassies who picked on me. Still, keep behind the lassie and do it too. He took a deep voice, somewhat all-starting coughing actual laughter. And sometimes just for fun. But those kids... His voice trailed off for a moment before going quiet. The Crusaders? The kid tried to prompting him. Hope he would stop telling his tale. This was already incredibly fascinating. Yes, he hissed. Happily. Take a bullet. Push up everyone. Mocked when not listening. He huffed. His brush shook again. This time other satisfaction. And he did not care. To keep being not normal, even though it would be easier to be normal. They're still happy and bright and shiny, so I hope a little, just a little. And Dinky could sworn she saw a bright white grin, the sharpest fang in the bush. Much more woman her reputation. Same effort but rat the crown instead. Much more deserving. There's silence again. They are good ones. I hope they grow up to be great ones. But shuffled once again. We should talk in that way of his. I talked too much today. I'll have many things to pilfer and lessons to teach. But there was a pause, a close in timidly to Dinky's mane. You also a good someone. Today I should not take it cruelly, but just for today. Dinky reached up, his face caught as a mane. She had felt it physically, which was, ugh! She was going to be late with a meeting with Dusty. But still this was maddening. She had seen that individuals couldn't physically touch it, yet somehow was definitely different. This new experience of having weird talent, things running through her mane, made Dust Bunny will know why. By the time she reached Ponyville proper, a folded tongue already scattered to the four wings to engage in whatever pastime they could get the Hooves around. Most had already gathered in the individual groups, either in the process of planning or already getting into fair hobbies. One such group was button mash. Sweetie Belle, Snips, Pina Colada, Pip Squeaks. Set to play Wizard of Wendigos. Alright, every pony, ready? The Pip Man was spread carefully on the table, with up my soy cans and a bag of pretzels. The pony figurines in armor and robes were set to one side. Hoof penny ones too. One ball doing without a doubt. Bannon sat at the head of the table, behind a painted screen featuring fierce dragons and self-strange half-pony creatures. Monster creatures, and gallant adventures battling them. Yep! Sweetie Belle chimed in, riding dice around her fairy cup, grinning cheekily. Been waiting weeks, all week for this. Snips chuckled as he just a little stack of papers in front of him. The mighty wizard Fireball is ready to kick some goblin butt. Chubby pokers, point of practice, bouncing a seat of excitement. Nothing but Dinky giggle a little. Pina Pep squeak. That cheered the general uproar. Bummer just grinned at them. His beanie ducked behind the screen. He felt something. His eyes came upon to gaze a little sinisterly over the top. Okay, so you just entered the swamp lodge dungeon. It's my farewell to our events. Dinky passed the table. We'll stop at the tracks. I said, bright, with eyes peeking on the corner of the building. For her heart stopped a moment. She was entirely sure Princess Celestia was spying on the adventure game. But the eyes were soon followed by a head that very much did not belong to Princess Celestia. Celestia's was not vibrant red. For one thing, there was a mine of color shimmering gold and silver sparkles that winked like diamonds. Nor was she quite short. Yet somehow this pony seemed no less majestic and confident for that. Her horn was just as long, elegant throw, and as she snuck around the building, Sarah's alicorn some kind without question. Yet no pony else seemed to notice a princess sneak into Ponyville unannounced, looking nothing like the four princesses. Not every pony who was any pony was meant. You put your hoof down on a stone tile. It sinks down into the floor, Belle exclaimed, darkly listening one from Cerebral. Far above! You have shot spikes try to skew you. Roll a dodge. He chuckled. Sweet Mercy dipped a die in the cup, and suddenly Strange Alicorn's eyes lit up. A big smile spread across her face. Oh, this is should be good. She was wobbling. Flashy, rather pretty voice now posed on the edge of the action game table, and still no pony seemed to notice her. The sweet sugar cup to a rattling racket of noise before spilling a die on the table, and the balance clattered. The Alicorn's eyes followed every moment before it rolled to a stop. Whoa! Sweet cheered, throwing arrows, hooves in the air. That's day 3 of dodge. Attack! I roll! Actually come up to my hooves. I raise a trap. For a little flare. My landing. This sucker looks so cool. She giggled at that, striking a donkey pose. Ben grinned. Well, you dodged out that trap. As all your lion goblin archers. Get ready to screw you with arrows. Okay, sweetie. You all in that room about to hear. Every point else get step, roll foot, and if it is initiative for peace, please. As more dice began to clatter across the table, Al could watch every single one with excitement. Most people only have a side of season or parts to crush their games. Dinky just shook her head a little, trying to figure out why the strange pony was niggling in the back of her mind. Oh! The stranger spoke in a bright, sharp voice. She looked straight at Dinky for a few moments. She stared in shock and brightened. You can see me? How? That's remarkable. No pony has been able to see me since. Her voice to a laugh, still wobbling in the distance. Why? Suddenly a flash of golden sparkle. Dinky's vision was full of the much bigger, up-close outcome. You mustn't tell me. Are you familiar with the handsome colt behind the screen? It was very hard not to get along this sudden closeness, or that somehow they'd been transported into the alleyway where she had seen the outcome sneaking about. It was a bit scary. But scary or not, she had been asked a question. It wasn't polite not to help new ponies around town get ornated. Yeah, his name's Butter Mash. It's pretty easy not to keep her tone even, though she could be nervous. She never spoke face to face with the princess before, not even when Luna was on Nightmare at Night. He lived with Mum, his big brother. I think Dad works out of town. Maybe that was a bit too much information, but she was clearly a princess, so she'll be fine, right? But I could ask who you are? She kept it attentive and respectful. The princess. Dinky was quite sure she was a princess. Her mane was flowing without wind. The only princess had wings and unicorn horns. Blinky had blinked at her and gently face moved. Gracious me, a first pony to see me in generations and go off like a moonstruck farm filly. Slavishly, strains wobbled, in a tone making it sound rather pretty. My manners are clearly deteriorated over the centuries. I am Lady Fortuna. She bowed in a very courtly sort of way. Deteriorated. My manners clearly deteriorated over the centuries. I am Lady Fortuna. She bowed very courtly sort of way, smiled merrily. Some ponies call me Princess Fortuna. The random number princess, Lady Luck. Dinky couldn't stop her. Wait! You're the some pony Buddy keeps asking me about? Said the work to keep her voice down, but I still came out as touch of it. But Princess Twilight said you were just a myth. And just like that, her voice dropped into a cellar as tongue ran away with her mind. She was pretty sure that this person would be taken kindly, referred to as a myth, when she was staying right in front of Dinky. But instead, the princess laughed quietly before speaking in low, conspiratorial voice. And I have been working very hard to keep it that way, little filly. When ponies used to believe in me more vehemently, I was getting bothered all times crossed for good fortune. Her eyes sparkled in mischief. It was quite annoying, too. Not that many of them didn't have a good reason, but are perfectly capable of heading into their own power without my help. She huffed like a mother, just gave a full lesson about hard work. There was some mother, in fact, that Dinky couldn't help but giggle a little at it. The person returned to giggle, and sound that strongly resembled what Dinky suspected dice made from bells might be like. But truly, this buttermash, that's his name, she rolled the words. Buttermash, she spoke as she tasted him. Now he is something special. Instead she went exuberated, Thomas shouts out. He never asks for more fortune than you do, and this has often begs for others to receive greater fortune themselves. Her smile was like a filly on Hooves, Hearts and Hooves Day, talking about her very special sun pony. Dinky was too in shock to even comment about it. The princess kept sneaking her voice, dropping it in a whisper. Did you know he has a little shrine for his dice? He even polishes them. It's lovely to sit. His mother carved for him, and they're quite exquisite. His dice? The gas and fate days. Only she was grown up enough to have this kind of conversation with some pony. Grandma always said she should always be very attentive if Princess ever did speak to her. So she supposed that she might just as well go on with it. The Princess beamed her eyes. Yes, and he only rolls them at very important things. Well, important to Colt anyway. She chuckled proudly at what must have been something old joke that Dinky just couldn't wrap her mind around. So it's pretty obvious she fancied him for some reason, so Dinky wasn't sure why. She shook her head a little. Gosh! She just got wrapped up in this conversation. I really need to get back home. I want to hang out with Dustbane today, but... Dinky paused. What about had a tea? But I actually want to know if you are real or not. Dustbane said I couldn't really tell any point about her. But, would it be okay if I told him? She kept her tone very respectful, trying not to look pained. Dustbane very clear about existence. It's not a secret. But Dinky hoped it wouldn't be safe for all of the many others. Much to her delight, the person grasped dramatically and there was great enthusiasm. Oh my goodness, he did? Why, yes. Her mouth turned up, radiant, beautiful smile. And yes, and if it might be possible, would you carry a message from me? I would be ever so thankful. She glanced forward practically, down some places. But I cannot leave while dice are being rolled, and when a chance still swift in the wind. Oh, crumpets! Dinky laughed softly. Write it later. I wouldn't be able to pull him away from his game today anyway. She was out to give Princess a friendly pat on the shoulder. Shh. She was worse than Princess Twilight when she had assignment from Princess Celestia. I'll see you again, won't I? I have a lot of questions. There's some positive to them, our voice. You know, she probably should have been more demure, like ponies in the story. Princess Fortuna didn't see the mind though. Absolutely. Perhaps we can have tea on Sunday. She sounded like nothing more than Philly, Dinky's age now, wobbly, drifting up a much higher pitch, and almost came across squeaky. I fear I'm committed to attend a game of cards tomorrow, so she will likely be a fair chance involved. One pair wished me to be present for their own purpose. Dinky felt a warm smile come over her. I really like that. And can you bring that note for Biden? Pulling away from the centre of town was much more difficult than normal, given how much time she spent with the princess. But for that, she was just as giddy as she could possibly be. Tea with princess? Mummy was astonished. She'd have to get Mummy to make a famous bran nut muffin for the party. Of course, that meant she would have to get home before getting interrupted again. Well, she did manage. Unfortunately, Dustbin was nowhere to be found by the time she reached her home. There were signs that she had been waiting and probably got distracted by something. Most likely spiders made a cheese cracker. I said actually the odds of it being a cheese cracker scent was very high, in the amount of crumbs on the floor. Oh, Celestia! She did get a stash! Dicky muttered to herself, paying on the box lid. She got a knot, but his drive remains a dozen crackers and dust particles. Whoop! That means she'll be bouncing around town like sweet bar and coffee for the next week or two. There's no slowing that little pony down now. That she'd had eaten 3 weeks worth of her favourite treat. Oh, I suppose I could do my homework. That wasn't completely a pressing thought. Thinking of what it was. Sweet and Bunny would be busy tonight, so. Well, she could go visit Apple Bloom, Mummy. Got some fresh apples for Saturday morning muffins. And Dinky knew she could talk Apple Bloom to give me a few. So as close to a good plan as any. As she timed it right, so she'd come in just as Mummy was getting home from work. That'd be pretty cool. If only a few things in a sandbag. She'd make room for her potential apples after all. Outdoor, the dusky light of the early evening. It was spring. It meant the nights were so longer than days by a little bit. But Dinky didn't mind. Ponyville had a beautiful long sunset that bathed in the whole town in a warm golden glow, kind of like a maple syrup on a particularly funny shaped stack of pancakes. Pancakes. She was going to be starving if she just kept us up. She'd better get a hoof on. Apple Bloom wasn't going to be able to come play for a bit. Of course, by laws that govern the universe as all falls and fillies, of course. Oh no. Just when you actually want to get somewhere fast. It's when something slows you down. Him! A young Scratch, slightly older, cold voice interrupted her thought process. He could have been much older than Professor Troy, actually. Nice, fluffy orange coat, blue eyes, Pegasus, with standard armor. A tongue guard watched it bedoubly. She turned Kim to look right back. It seemed stalwart. Just where you think you're going there, filly? It was weird. Why was he so surprised? She looked back at him. But he wasn't used to deal with fools at this time of day. Or maybe he was just grumpy. Whatever it was, she knew the rules. I'm going to see my friend Apple Bloom and get apples for Mummy's muffins, she proclaimed proudly, holding her head up high. And it's not dark yet, so I can still make it if I hurry. She knew it was the same as any other pony, except for summer holidays. No pony under 15 out after dark, but it wasn't dark yet. It wouldn't be for another 2 hours. And what would Miss Applejack think about your plans for apples? God asked aching tone, cocking a brow at her. I don't see any bags on you, the fillies. Don't tell me you got some scheme cooking up. There was a warning tone in his voice, and Dinky knew all too well. Her plans had been found out. The minute there was time to fall back on the old reliable. I wasn't going to steal them or nothing, she muttered, dinging her hoofs again. I was going to ask for a couple, you know. Actually, very much truth. But also terribly interested in such things when their thought falls up to something naughty. He gave her beady eyes for a moment, then nodded solemnly. Well, so long as you ask politely, I suppose that's quite all right. He gazed about the square for a brief moment, as Sue forgot about her, but he turned back as quickly as he looked away, a slim eyebrow raised. You better best hurry on, so it's dark sooner he might think tonight. And I want you to get in trouble with your mother. That was weird. Usually ponies she didn't know told her in regard to both her parents. Well, she supposed everyone in town knew her mummy, by extension her, but she had never seen this guard before. Well, there's no use to worry about it. Okay, mister, I will. She nodded, putting up on her very best smile. You ought to have a nice night too. Don't work too hard. The son chuckled ruefully. It's been a long time since any point said that to me, little one. Don't worry. I actually enjoy my work. He winked at her, grinned and ruefully saw away. By the way, what's your name, young filly? I'm afraid I don't know every pony's name. Then down exploratory, but it's a grin. Between you and me, I'm absolutely terrible with names, but he must seem to be a very special filly. She smiled back at him. Then explained everything. He was new in town, just get started. Probably just assumed my mother would be the one most likely to cross with her. I'm Dinky Hooves, she proclaimed. Saw Hoove. What's your name, Mr. Guard? She'd like to know that this one. Maybe she'll introduce to her mummy. He leaned back, smiling faintly. I'm Guard Sentry, Dinky. He reached out, some took her hooves. You can say I work the night shift. A lot. But maybe we'll run into each other again sometime. I'll keep an eye out for you. Right now, I've got to get to my job. He turned away, marching off with his battered spear and hooves. But just as he turned the corner, she caught a look of wonder on his face. One that Dinky couldn't figure out. Maybe thought she was being cute. A lot of ponies calling her cute. She was getting a little annoyed by it. She was awesome, not cute. But before mine wanted too much, she realized the sun was really coming a lot faster than she thought it would. There's a syrupy gold glow in the faded purple and violet shades. Oh, muffins! There's going to be no time to see apple bloom this rate. Turning for her home, she tore the same way the guard had come, but she saw no sign of him around the corner or around the edge of her vision. There was what looked like a shadow against the wall. He stood still and silent. There was no sign of his shadow against the ground. Then he was gone, walking in town, thinking who she'd run to, what she saw and felt. It was important. Mommy arrived Mara 10 minutes after she came back. She was tired as always, but Dinky knew how to make her evening much nicer. Did as I always did. Hugs, homework, dinner, muffins for the morning. The mother settled down with a book. Dinky went to her room to get ready for bed. Jasper was curled up under her around a crumbled cheesecracker, snoozing away perfectly. With Mommy and Bunny both squared away, she dug down her comforter, scrounged up her comb, threw a pink box, with all grooming stuff, tomorrow is a weekend. She knew her encounters with two of the most famous all spirits. There was some kind of sign. What did it mean for her? Why did she get this itchy feeling that she was being watched? Well, naturally, because she was being watched by a glowy-eyed creature sitting like a cat, like in a windowsill. If she had been expecting one more evil spirits to visit her by now, she might have squeaked like a filly on that midnight. It was just as she shrieked like Gertie did when some pony ruined a dress in front of her. It took a lot of willpower to stuff hooves in her mouth. Someone wouldn't hear her. Her sound was still a bit swelled in her eyes. The weird figure didn't look so much like a bat, with long glowing eyes. While she left right off her chain, I was away patiently for her to be calm enough to listen. She tried to figure out what it was, but darkness outside her window had to be abated by Princess Luna's moon rising in the sky. The figure's only sign of presence were those unnaturally glowing eyes and vague outline. I am not come for thee, child. His low gravelly voice and meant to give wacky tobacco. A strange Stalin who told her about how he smoked too much over the course of his life. At some point he clawed out his vocal cords a few times. You have not earned my ear by breaking all the walls. It continued, slowly sinking down from the windowsills and into dim light coming into her room from the hall. It was a doll, or as I was much past one doll of the earth pony, smooth white mane and tail, a mouth made of cross stitches, and brightened red eyes, but bright red buds for eyes. It took a look of much. A beloved toy owned by some pony very poor given variety of color patterns of many different fabrics. The red brown eyes give off strange and there's light to only seem to show up when shadows fall across them. And Dinky instantly knew who this had to be. Took all of her willpower, not turned from mummy as fast as she could. Of all the spirits little fillies of course knew of, and really feared, none of them was spoken of in low whispers in the rag doll. The spirits for bloody vengeance on each child who abused and misused their toys. And instead to gobble up the guilty whole, since their mouths had turned up in a sneer, and a faint glint of white fangs could be seen behind them. Their stare softened, and something almost like a smile. You have no fear. You are good fool, and thus no target of my fangs. The voice was not all comforting, but Dinky got the odd sense that he was trying very hard to be so. One Dinky knew all too well how to some boys scary badly could end up, given what happened with Princess Luna last year. So she took a deep breath and tried best to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry, she responded in a respectful voice. She even muttered, your reputation is a bomb. She struggled for the word, wanting her sanity, for holding conversation with a bloody rag doll. Vicious, supplied, those stitches turning up in a warmer, slightly psychotic smile. Understandable, of course. I come here on a quest of some pony critter, said I. He shook his head to one side and absorbed away regarding who had unnerving distractness. This lady spoke highly as a sentry. I wish to see who could be possibly more hold than this for myself. They can't see us as rare. The way he said last word sent chill up her spine, but not more so than felt fascinating. It's how it was that she could see them. But wait, the sentry? She asked, nodding her head. The master of legends said that if you were polite and respectful sometimes, the rag doll will leave you unharmed. So just tried to have to be very polite and very respectful. Might I ask, who are you talking about, sir? The doll, hair shook and wheezy, chuckled. Who's into the room? He did not introduce himself. He's very much insufferably tricked. It's wonder he's not harped above his own tongue. The stitches stretched and the evil sneered. You know by other names. The legendary speaks of him as the last entry, a shadow guardian. The snake grew larger, and this time angry. The pony in the dark. Name hit her across the head like a beanball. Of course she knew those names. Hey, Emma invoked the pony in the dark from time to time when she wanted Dinky to feel safe. Some said the last surviving soldier, the ancient unit Pegasi. Warriors had sworn they fed the falls of Pegopolis until death and beyond. She had all the story-led children being directed home, away from danger, impelled by strange and coincidentally of things. Always attributed to a strange god that only a few ever saw, and most didn't believe existed. Everyone had to be long dead, but no point could explain why a strange equestrian god would appear from time to time, always in defense of the young. Wait, she was only few, vanished without trace, a single duty keeping him from her, and yes, the glowing voice like doll, said Ellie, he is very much like us, a spirit bound by his promise, and very large pain by behind. Doll made a spring motion, sound through the slab at the floor. No wonder he was surprised. She should never be able to see him. He's even more successful. The sun could ask him to keep eye on the pink princess. Not they know it's him. When he's evoking her magic. The doll snarled and they fell down. He shook it limply. I feel like yes. How interesting and annoying. He fixed his eyes. The flat saw still. Well, how could it be anything but flat? Her brown eyes. You better be careful. Who tell you all of your abilities, Leffelly? The sun can quickly prize those who can see the way you do. And she will not want us to knowing she enlisted spares to protect her help. He turned limped towards the window, spirally, and he began to swirl and tiny fixed a golden glaze. Still, be fast to see what you do with that power. Regardless, take care of your toys, Lewan. I wish not to have vision devour you too soon. He said, his grin that glowed white and sharp in darkness, just as swiftly as he appeared. Dinky took a deep breath, trying to stay calm. He's scary, creepy, and not fun. Dusty whispered over her shoulder, tumbling up against her from behind. Some solid reason that made her feel better. At least he scared every pony, not just her. Did you have a good day, Dinky Dink? Dusty asked for a moment, bouncing onto her nose. She knew Dinky liked best. Dinky thought for a moment. I think so, she replied, slowly gazing out the window. But I wonder if maybe I shouldn't have talked too much to so many new ponies. Dusty said with a tiny tongue wisp. Grumpy doll doesn't like talking to any pony. He's just trying to scare you. She hopped down and down, and a huge smile on her tiny face. Say one big bunch of big uns. What's the worst could happen?